Hi and welcome to this tutorial. I'm going to show you how I resize plush patterns in Inkscape using one of my very first patterns. So first of all, I have some parts grouped, and I need to ungroup everything. So I select everything using the selection tool up here, and I go to Object, Ungroup. And now what I want to do is I want to delete all the seam allowances, because we don't want to keep those. Because if I have chosen a seam allowance of oh, that didn't work. I have a seam allowance of 5 millimeters, and if I resize them, they won't be 5 millimeters anymore. So I have to do that after. That's good. In order to do this, I need this to be complete, or it won't work when I try and make a new seam allowance. Oh, there's one up there. That's part of the shoe. So what I do now is I select everything again, go to Object, Transform. You might already have it open over here, and I want to double the size, so I have set it to percentage 200 scale proportionally. Woo! There we go. Oh, that one didn't. There. And since I have a little one up there, since this is not a clothing item but a plush, we can actually do it this way without having to do a lot of modification. This did move a little because I don't have them grouped right now. That's okay, we can move this later. So the next step is adding a new seam allowance. So first of all, we need to go set how wide we want the seam allowance to be. So if we go to Edit, Preferences, Behavior, Steps. And I have noticed sometimes in Inkscape updates it will change how to get to this, but this is what it is right now. Then I go to Inset, Outset, By, and I've set it to 5 millimeter, and you can set it what you want to, and you don't have to click Accept, you just close it. Then I'm gonna do one at a time. I'm gonna duplicate it by holding down Control and clicking D. I'm gonna go to Path and Outset. There. And it doesn't, and this one is huge right now, that's why it doesn't look like a lot. This is gonna be a really large pattern in a really large plush in real life. And now we have these inserts. You can modify them how you want to, however your preference in this is. I usually do it somewhat like this. That's really up to you how smooth you want it. Maybe you want it to be like this. And this is the part of the face. So this part we're going to fold. So I don't actually want any seam allowance here at this part, because that's the part we're gonna fold. Let me see. You know what, I'm gonna do it like this. There. There, it's not completely even, but it's so minor you won't even, I don't think anyone would even be able to see it. This is really micro details right now. There. And we do this with the rest of them. Duplicate. make sure if it doesn't work, try make sure again it's ungrouped. Sometimes I've noticed I have to ungroup it multiple times. I don't know why it does that. Sometimes I don't get it to work at all, and all I can say is keep trying. It's just a little quirk it has. Outset. Control D, duplicate. Outset. Yeah, that one didn't do it. Gonna ungroup again. Yeah, I'm struggling with this one. I am duplicating and ungrouping it, but this just happens sometimes. Sometimes I duplicate and then ungroup and then it works. We'll see if it happens. It did! Woo! And this looks a little funny. You can fix that if you want to. It's up to you. This is the neck. And actually this is a hole I'm going to cut. I'm gonna add some seam allowance here, so this time I'm gonna click duplicate. I'm not gonna click outset. I'm gonna click I'm gonna click inset. That was hard to say. And the outer part, I want to add a seam allowance too. Don't forget your seam allowances. This is the body. Oh, that was the same, that didn't work. So try ungroup again. Maybe I forgot to do it. There. Oh, and when I make circles, I use these just to... oh, it's not completely even, but it's okay. It's not too bad. I do this as a guideline so I can see where the middle is. So when I sew everything together, it makes it a little easier for me. And you can do that. If you want to do that when you make a plush, you go to align and distribute. Click it. No, here. Yeah, it already is, so you won't see it, but I can use this as an example. It's just a little helpful tool you might need. There. This one needs to be bigger if we want it to be helpful. There, that's actually it. Now you can see where the middle of the circle is. Duplicate. Yeah, it happened again. I think it's because I don't ungroup it a second time, maybe. No. Maybe this one just doesn't want to. There we go. And we're gonna put the face back. This is just a template I made. If you don't know what this is, it's a Goomba from Super Mario. It's a cute angry little guy. And we're done! Woo!